Welcome to Change Pace Poetry. My name is Leland Jamieson. I'm going to read two love poems this morning. Love is subtle, particularly parental love, so don't look for anything erotic in these two poems, but that's not to say that they're not love poems. The first is called The Bridge. It's in memory of my mother, and it was written for a physician who had a very healing touch. The big LaSalle made smoother their long route. The towhead 5 diverts himself, now plays at the windshield's center post, whose angled snoot divides the wind, now tries to count the jays in passing banyans, feeding limb and root. A one-way truss bridge. Mother slows, delays, stops on a down-sloped ramp beside a spruce, to wait their turn in the sun's hot, wilting rays. The child regards the swollen water's sluice. It churns with limbs, debris, and river clays. An orange moving van marked Syracuse, flickering through the truss bridge, dazzling the eye, makes all the deck boards rumble, some real loose. He hears a piercing screech. What's that? Nearby, the seat back whacks his head, and he burps juice. His mom's seat front is squashed beneath her thigh. The windshield smacks his forehead like a stone. He clasps his head. Big zigzag cracks now writhe the glass. His head rings like a telephone. Oh, Mummy, Mummy, look, I didn't cry. Her eyes, so blue, grow round. A guttural moan escapes her throat. She reaches, pulls him near. She strokes his brow. He sniffs her sweet cologne. Her glistening eyes are brimming. A great tear cascades her cheek and splashes down his own. The next poem I'd like to read is called Before I Die. It's in memory of my dad, who died at the age of 37. He was an aviator and a novelist. We lived in Coral Gables, Florida at the time, and this is written in his voice, as I, at a much later time, I was late in my 60s when I was able to imagine this for the first time. Before I die. One thing I long to do before I die is guide my son to love, to read and write, give wings to heart and mind, so he may fly. And I do so enjoy the warmth of thigh we share upon the bed, this evening rite, this one thing I might do before I die. A well-done book can open his third eye, enlarge his world, and kindle keen delight, give wings to heart and mind, so they can fly. Not even 6, he's such a little guy. Don't want to overwhelm him, just excite. The sole thing I may do before I die. If he could relish reading, I might tie to that an author's writing appetite, and doubly wing his heart and mind. They'd fly. This raging cancer's taught me, simplify my life, engage my son, bring skills to light, the sole thing I can do before I die, to wing his heart and mind, and he shall fly. So you see, love can be subtle. We'll have some more love poems next time, but in the meanwhile, I invite you to visit my website, jamiesonspoetry.com. If you enjoyed the previous UFO poems, you'll want to be sure and look at the Anunnaki page, Anunnaki Iraq page. And if you think you'd like to rhyme, to learn how to rhyme, and to write in metrical verse, it's easier to do than you think, and you can learn to do it without tears. I invite you to check out You Rhyme It. You'll find there a free module that will instruct you in how to write formal rhymed verse. And if you'll send your best example, let's say you do a half a dozen of these, choose the one that is best, send it to me, and I will write a formal critique to you personally for the 3 best examples of formal rhyme poetry that you submit using what I call the reverse rhyming principle. The reverse principle. Be sure that you develop the poem based on the reverse principle, and that I can see that clearly in your work. This is what I call evoking poetry out of the void. And one of the nice characteristics of it is that it will help you avoid cliché. So I invite you all to check out this website. You'll find additional poems, some of them read in streaming audio, some of them in these videos. And thank you for joining me. Have a great day.